Let's explore the Parisian Restaurant by LEGO Creator. Set number 10243 contains 2,469 pieces. All in all, it's an okay set. We do get 5 minifigures. The front does have a lot of detail. Got a lamppost. Here we have an outdoor eating area. We also do have one in the front as well. Here's the rear. We got a set of stairs that takes you up to the art studio. Take a look at that in a bit. Here we have a rear alley with a dumpster and a rat, trash can, and some other greenery. Here's the side facade. Yes, that's only 12 studs thick. So this is obviously not an impressive build. Let's take a look at the interior. On the right hand side we do have a chef that's holding a very sharp knife, so we got to be careful with him. We have a waiter that looks like his arm's pretty sore from carrying that one bottle. Looks like we have ourselves a set of customers as well. I don't know what their roles are, but this person's got a ring, so he's probably hawking that in to pay for the expensive meal. And in addition, we do have one motor scooter, and it is fitted to handle minifigures. Here's the entryway into the restaurant. We have a nice outdoor seating area. The tile work is supposed to say Ches, I believe, but you really can't see it with all the stuff. I do like the little chains. We've got a little park bench, a little walk area that takes you up to the second floor. Not a whole lot up there. If this is supposed to be a modular, I don't know why we have a window on this side. Here's the rear. Close-up of that dumpster, and I think this opens up. Indeed it does, but not a whole lot of space to fill that up with trash. Nice attempt. Here's the side entry. Takes you into the kitchen. Oh, looks like we got some random bricks sticking out there, huh? So let's take a look at the inside. There's some tables with some lamps on it. I like the drapes. Now, I like this wine rack, if that's what this is supposed to be. Now, I'm going to be honest, the interior of this is really small, like 10 studs wide. It's not really that appealing, especially with the kitchen. This part here does remove. So you have to take that off to get access to the rest of the kitchen. Kind of a bad design. Matter of fact, the turkey's just as big as the cooking island. This kitchen here is something you'd see in a residential property. You wouldn't see this in a restaurant. This is kind of... Honestly, I'm going to be quite frank. This is pathetic. This is a really small kitchen, especially with that little tiny stove. So if I had to say that this was an attempt, well, you've all heard my sayings, I could build better, and definitely I can. Here we have the second floor studio apartment. I like the detail for the windows, but don't let the looks fool you, because this is a very small living space. We do have a small balcony. Close-up of the brickwork for the chimney. And the stairs that take you from the apartment up to the third floor. We'll take a look at that in a bit. There's another door. Takes you nowhere. So what does it look like inside? Well, that's it. Here we got a nice little Murphy bed. Does fold up for added space. And some random brick that just sticks out. I don't know what that is for. Small little kitchenette, with a little sitting area. Looks like we have a small lamp in the corner and a fireplace with a chair. Honestly, I built fifth wheels bigger than this. It is a small, tight living quarters, as I have been in a studio apartment myself, and they're never this small. Here we have the third story with a lot of detail, especially for these clamshells and these white croissants that like to break off, so you got to be careful with those. They're a bit of a pain to put back on, so I'm not going to deal with it. I do like this technique of using brick with bow for roofing. Of course, we got ourselves some chimneys on both sides. Looks like we have a barn-style roof with some random colored bricks poking through the olive green. So here's the rear entry. Pretty dark in there. Now, how do we get inside this? Well, this is pretty nice. I actually like this roof. Not only got windows inside, but this does actually flip down. Never thought about doing a roof like this. So, we have a nice little art studio. Now forget about getting back in here and messing around in this area. This is pretty much off limits as it's pretty small. So in the art studio we have, of course, an easel with a painting and a paint palette. We got an extra painting in the back, and we have ourselves a furnace to burn all our unwanted artwork. That does open up. I don't know if this is supposed to be a kiln or a furnace, but maybe that's where we use to also make the paint. I don't know. All in all, this is an okay build. Wasn't really too impressed with the Parisian restaurant. It does have some nice techniques for future builds. Now, let's take this sucker apart and make an awesome mock out of it.